Okay, so you should have two things open. Premiere, and then you're going to go to Canvas, log in. You're going to go to APP, so I'll go under Sports Marketing 1. Should be called APP Color Correction right here. Click on that. There's a link. And it has two things in it. It has the color drone footage and a LUT, which is going to improve the color. I'm going to download those separately to keep it easy. So I click one, download, wait for it to download, then I click the other one, download, that downloads the other one. Okay, so now I'm in Premiere, and I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to name it Color Fix, and I'm going to create a folder on my desktop called Color Fix as well. So I go to my desktop, new folder, Color Fix. Choose, and then I'll click Create. Okay, so now I have my document that I want. If it doesn't look like this, you need to go to Window, Workspaces, Editing. This should give you the 4 grid that you want. So then I import media. I don't care for the project. Go to Downloads and just find the footage that you want to bring in and import it. Now for the LUT, it's a little different. You have to go to the desktop and go into that folder, or actually be under Downloads. So I'll go to Downloads. Here's the LUT. It's a zip, so I'm going to double click it, make it into a folder, and this is the one I want, Travel LUT 01.cube. So I'm going to Command C, and then I'm going to go over to my desktop again and go to the Color Fix folder, and then I'm going to paste it there so that both mines are in the same place. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take this drone footage, I'm just going to drag it over here. It's a real short clip like that, okay? But I want you to actually make a copy of it, so hold down the Option key and drag it up like that, and then I'm going to simply go up here and double click and move it over so I see both at the same time. Okay, so now I have both, and I can see the color's a little gray here, and the person that sent it to me wanted it to be a little bit more colorful, make the water look a little better. And if you move through it, you can kind of see that, you know, it's not as green as it could be. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this top layer only. I'm going to lock this bottom one so it doesn't change. Go to this top one, and then I'm going to go to Window, Workspaces, Color. Under Color, I'll need to, first of all, go under here and look for the LUT that I need. I'm going to browse for it. It should be on my desktop, under Color Fix, and it's called that one right there. So I click Open. So now I have that one in here, Travel LUT 01, and I'm going to pick Travel LUT 01. You can already see the difference. So now I'm going to do some adjustments on my own. The first thing I'm going to do is look at, I don't feel like the sky is white enough, so I'm going to click on White Balance, and I'm going to find a little place back here where I feel like there's some white. I think I missed it. I'm going to try again. Try to do white on the sand over here instead. A little bit better, still not what I want. Just keep on trying to hit a white color. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so that gives me a nice bright blue, dark colors, but I don't want it that dark. I want to lighten it up a little bit, so I'm going to go to Exposure, just kind of bring it up just a little bit like that. But I'm also going to bring up the saturation to get a little bit more of the blues and the greens. You can already see the difference between this and this. I may bring up the blacks a little bit by bringing it down like that, and then shadows, I might go down just a little bit. Contrast, I might mess with a little bit, just down just slightly. And so now when I play it, you'll see the difference between the two pieces of footage. You can definitely see that the blue is here more and the greens are in here a little bit better. So that is what you're going to do, is use the white balance, change a couple of things like saturation, exposure, the blacks and the whites, and then maybe shadows a little bit. You can decide if you want more or less, what looks better to you. But definitely want to have a contrast of this is what I had in the end and this is what I had in the beginning. And then you're going to export it. You're going to go File, Export Media, or if it doesn't show media like that, you have to click down here on the timeline and go File, Export. export media, or you can click Command M, so export media, and then I'm going to say fixed before, after, and I'm going to make sure I save it in a folder. I'm just going to save it in my desktop so I know where it is, and then I make sure it says entire source down here and click export. After it exports, I turn it in, and that's how you do color correction. And you know, there's different LUTs you can download and things like that, but that was the one I found. But you could find your own LUTs.